There's this one bootleg Gohan that look. Oh, I can't. You can't see it very well. Let me try to show it. Let me try to show it to
Oh
you.
God,
Like, look at
it
this face.
kind of looked
Now that's
just the way the
Oh my
torso.
god, that's
Oh,
horrible. Oh my
what the
god.
hell was that?
That's bad.
It feels like the full Dookie Super Saiyan Goku.
And I want to learn more and more and more.
Oh yeah, it's the champ. Let's go. Welcome everyone back to the Plastic Power Podcast. I am your host, Champ Animations, Champ 96, whatever you want to call me. And today I am joined with my two other co-hosts. Say hi to Daredevil 19.
Hello.
And also say in this quarter, we have the one and only Frieza Star Blast Studio.
Hello, monkeys! I have such high expectations for you. For your sake, I hope you live up to them.
And today we have a very special episode. We have a very special guest. You may know her on YouTube or on TikTok, or you may have seen her at any comic conventions. If you know her, you love her. It is the one, the only badass SSJGoshin4.
Hey. Thanks for having me. Glad to be here, guys. Thank you.
Welcome.
very happy to have you here.
I'm like
Yeah,
trying to hold back me being a fanboy. I mean, been watching your videos for a long time. I mean, I love your collection. Love, your personality on the internet, as you call it. It's just a big fan, and you're so great to have you on here talking about Dragon Ball figures, because that's all we do on here is talk about figures, Dragon Ball, and talking about Tamashii Nations, SH Figure Arts, all that neat stuff. So
Yeah.
And Premium Bandai.
Figured you'd be perfect.
Premium Bandai. We're gonna.
Oh,
we
sorry,
got a
it's my
lot-
dog.
Nah, you're good. You're good.
You're good, you're good.
He's excited. He or she's excited too.
Yes, she's.
But let's get into it. So anyway, Heesh, I'll let you start us off here.
Okay, so obviously you have a lot of Dragon Ball figures in your collection, Goshin. That's like a big thing about your channel. But
Yeah.
like one specific
Yep.
line that I would want to ask about. So I know that you have some SH figure arts in your collection, but like my question is like, how frequently do you collect SH figure arts, and where would you rank them in the line in comparison to other Dragon Ball figure lines?
Huh.
So I have a lot of the older ones because I started very early, and
Yeah, I remember those videos.
yeah.
Of you posting them.
the old school ones. I have, I think, all of them, all the older ones with the
Like the
classic
original
packaging.
Super Saiyan
Yeah.
Goku and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and when the packaging was different, and before the clear front,
Yeah.
clear boxes around. So, I don't collect as much like for the figure arts today as I did before, just because before they didn't come out with one every single month. I feel like,
Yeah.
and like it was
Now it's
easier
like
to keep
almost
track.
twice a month.
Yeah, exactly. And times are rough these days, so I like
Yeah,
pick
yeah.
and choose with the
You're not
figure arts
kidding.
now. So
Yeah, I do the same thing. So
Mhm.
yeah, exactly. I used to be like a completionist when it came to them, and I had all the exclusives and everything. And I was like, you know
same
what,
here.
I can't do that
Yeah,
anymore. I gotta
it's
live
too
with
much
myself.
now.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So, and as far as rankings, that's so hard. It's like every time someone asks me to like do something like a ranking, it's so hard for me to pick. It's like,
Well, how about like what are your top like 3 favorite Dragon Ball lines? Is that what you were asking, Heesh? Like her
Mostly
favorite.
more like not like, so like when I say ranking, it's like it could be like within like the top 5 or top 10 like Dragon Ball figure lines. It's just gonna have to like a general area like where we would be on like your top list of number whatever one you pick.
as okay, as far
Like
as
where
figure
figure arts
lines
would
in
be.
general.
Mhm.
Okay. I would. It's tough. I would put it like top 3. That's for sure, because
Mm.
you can't beat
What
figure
figure
art.
arts, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would put it in like the top 3 somewhere, because
Yeah.
it's just you can't like the likeness to the characters is amazing. How they
Yep.
make each figure look exactly like them, and especially more recently, it's gotten so much better. In the beginning, some of the faces were a little wonky there, and stuff. They were
Mhm.
still trying
Yeah.
to, I guess get there, but now I feel like they got it, and everything looks really, really great. So,
Yeah, they're on point now.
Yeah, for sure, for
Especially
sure.
especially
They
that
could-
new 3.0
uh-huh.
Goku. Have you get to see that one yet?
Yes, it looks amazing. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
The legendary Super Saiyan Goku. That one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I already have that
Yeah,
on
yeah.
pre-order. Like, I need that. That one I need it.
Yeah, same here. That's probably gonna be like the best 6-inch scale Goku figure. It really does look
Yeah.
that good.
The minute I
So-
saw it, I'm like, must pre-order. Like, I don't care. Like this one for sure.
That
And
was all of
Goku's my
us.
favorite. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, Goku's great.
That the
So,
same
love
with
it.
like, Super Saiyan 4 too. Like you had to instantly get that.
Oh yes, all the Super
Yeah.
Saiyan 4s must buy as well.
Okay.
Champ, you had a good question about third-party stuff. You want to ask her, and then I'll ask her a
Yeah.
question.
So, something that we do on here is that we talk a lot about not just the official lines, but talk about third-party companies like Kong Studios, Demonical Fit, Thos Arts,
DL Customs.
Are you familiar with those?
Yes, like I have.
Okay.
I don't have any of them, but I have seen them online. You know, collectors love them, and for good
Yeah.
reason because they look great, and they make a lot of figures or accessories that you can't get otherwise. You know, so I
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
that.
Yeah, they make stuff that figure arts will never make. That's why I was having Champ ask that question, because you love the Super Saiyan 4 design, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do.
because they make a lot of like different Super Saiyan 4 designs, so I figured
Yeah.
that'd be right up your alley.
like the black Super
Yeah.
Saiyan 4 Goku
So
Black.
cool.
Yep, there's another one. Look at them. Look at them rubbing it in.
Honestly, it's funny you say that Super Saiyan 4 is your favorite form, because that is also mine. And
Awesome.
honestly, it's the best form in my opinion. I'm sorry for all those people who love Super Saiyan God, but you can't beat the OG.
God is great too.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good.
Super Saiyan 4 is
but-
just unique.
Right.
yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
plus, I was also wondering, like, if, with all these different companies making these figures of characters that we never get, like, the Super Saiyan 4 Goku Black, or Super Saiyan 5 Kong Studios actually is coming out with, if they ever made, like, a GT Pan, would you be interested in buying something like that? Because I know Pan is, like, one of your favorite characters.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. Like when it comes to Pan, I just buy whatever. Like I don't care. Like I just buy whatever I see because it's hard. I mean,
Might as
it's
well.
easier to collect Pan stuff because there's not as many
Mhm.
Pan items and
Yeah,
merchandise. I mean, with the new movie now they have a little bit more. Pan and kindergarten. Like it's really cute. I love seeing all the new Pan merch from Superhero.
Yeah, she was funny in that movie. I liked her in
Oh,
that
she was
superhero.
great. She was great. I
Mhm.
can't wait to see what else they do with her. But
Yeah.
so anything Pan, sure, yes, please send it to me. I will buy it. I'll pre-order it.
Which this actually perfectly transitions to my one other question. Like, do you have like the Pan from Figure Arts yet? Tell me, guys.
of
Yes.
course.
You already
Of
have it?
course. Yeah.
How do you
I
like
do.
it?
I think it's cute. I know there were some complaints on like I guess the scaling or something with her, or like her head being too big.
Like people saying her head's too big and
Yeah,
stuff.
Yeah.
yeah.
In
But
comparison
mean,
to Gohan, it's pretty
That's
big.
how they draw them, though.
Yeah.
I mean, isn't that how she looked though? Or was
No,
her head
no,
a
that's
little
not the
smaller?
case, because you remember the scene in the movie where she hugged Gohan and such. Her head was
Mhm.
not that big.
Yeah, it wasn't that big.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? They were probably like mimicking how like Goku looked, because his head was a little bit bigger back in Dragon Ball, and then I don't know if Gohan was in Dragon Ball Z, but maybe that's what they're kind of replicating.
Yeah, I mean, it
But-
was a little off, I will admit, like the head
Yeah.
scaling.
I mean,
but
it looks like a fun figure.
it's still good, like I have just the Pan on its own, like in the Pan collection, like
Yeah,
bookshelf that I have. So it looks great there,
Mhm.
So
yeah.
Do you have like a favorite figure of Pan?
That's a tough question. I really like the Super Battle Collection Pan. It's classic, my favorite, and
Which
it
one
looks
is it?
just like the Super Battle Collection Pan. And it looks exactly like to me like how she looks like in GT.
Yeah.
Because Jack Specific made one and I didn't like the way she looked. Like she looked kind of wonky. Like her like head looked weird. Her face, I don't know. She looked
Yeah, Jax was a
strange.
little off with certain characters when they made figures, but they made a lot
Yeah.
of stuff.
They did. They
Um,
did.
Here's a question. I mean, you have a magnificent Dragon Ball collection. My question is, when did you get into or start to buy your first Dragon Ball figure or figures or just items, plushies, anything? When did you really like get into collecting Dragon Ball stuff?
When did I start getting into it? Collecting seriously?
Yeah.
Probably when I was like 11. Excuse my
Oh,
dog.
wow.
Couldn't hear. Couldn't
She
hear.
was
the dog,
answering
okay.
for you.
Yeah. The thing is, I live like in the apartment complex, so when people walk by, she's like starts
Yeah.
going crazy. So
Yeah, my dog will do that too. They're
so
just protecting us.
yeah, right, exactly. But 11, I was 11 when I really started to notice that like I wanted to collect them instead of just buying them to play with them.
Yeah, like you had a passion for it and stuff.
Yeah, because I always loved, of course, the action figures as a kid growing
Yeah.
up and making up my own stories with my cousins and stuff. It was a lot of fun. But
I used to do that too.
yeah, it was we would spend hours. Like we would stay up all night doing that. But
Yeah.
But yeah, so I used to, just play with them, like smash them together, and like they would break into pieces, or like they'd have just so many
you'd-
paint scuff
Would
marks.
you pretend you're talking and it's them like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get you.
No, but
Yeah,
you
I
know
used
what?
to do
It's
the
so
same thing.
funny because I used to play with them, like also doing regular things, like regular things. Like I had like
Yeah.
a bunch of animal little toys, and I remember one time I played like Goku was going to the freaking zoo and stuff. Like, I used to do stuff like that. But-
Today
so-
on this episode of Dragon Ball Z.
So instead of like playing with Barbies, you know how you would play house, I would do that, but with Dragon Ball toys. So
On this episode of Dragon Ball Z, Goku does taxes with the help of Gohan.
It does text.
What animal will Goku see at the zoo next time? Will he see a lion? Will he see a zebra? Or will he see a monkey, which is the roots of his character? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
yeah, and I was also like a big Powerpuff Girl fan, as a
Yeah,
kid,
yeah.
and I used to like do crossover like things with them, like, oh yeah, the Powerpuff Girls meets the Dragon Ball Z crew, and I used to just make up my
Yeah, I
own
used to do the
stories.
same thing. You'd have to do crossovers.
Yeah,
funny that you-
Pokemon.
That's funny you mentioned the whole the Powerpuff Girls in Dragon Ball Z, because I remember back in the day when Dragon Ball Z was on Toonami on Cartoon Network, Burger King had a lot of Dragon Ball Z toys, and I know they had like a little thing going on where it's like you could have the Powerpuff Girls for the girls, which, come on, what are you trying to say? Burger King? You say guys can't play with Powerpuff Girls? They're cool.
Actually, a lot of guys like Powerpuff Girls. Like
I
most.
like-
Yeah, I used to watch it back
Yeah.
on Cartoon Network. Mojo Jojo!
And a lot of people surprisingly like the My Little Pony stuff too, which is like considered a girl show for that time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a super popular
Mhm.
show.
Surprising. But yeah, actually it was great for me because I liked both. So
Yeah,
it was a win-win. I'm like, yeah,
Yep.
get each one. But
Yeah.
anyways, going back to the question, I know I digressed a little bit. But yeah, I was 11 when I started noticing that I really wanted to collect. And like I remember one time I went to, I think, Toys R Us, and I think it was the Jack's Pacific figures, and it was a 2-pack. I just don't remember exactly which one. But I remember seeing it and buying it and taking it home and thinking, I don't know if I really want to like open this. It looks really cool, and the
Yeah, yeah.
package. So that's kind of when it started, and I started keeping them in the packaging, and I would open some of them, but for the
Yep.
most part, that's when it like really started.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta open them. So, like, I'd be the same way. Some stuff I don't want to open, like he's
I'm,
got
like,
him like
very-
a Shenron right there.
Yeah, I'm like, I just got this now, and it's funny you bring that up. I'm like, should I maybe just leave it over there?
See, well, with things like that, like whenever I would get a figure that you can put back in the box, I would open it because you could just put it back in the
Yeah,
box.
yeah. Collector friendly boxes. Yep.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's like the artwork is too good. It just looks too nice. It's like I don't want to throw away the box and get it damaged. It's
Like the figure arts boxes, they got the good clamps so that you can throw the
Yeah,
stuff in.
like boxes like these, you can't.
You can't.
Yeah, I
throw
right.
it
hate-
back in the
hate
package.
Clamshell.
So it's like,
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
God for
so it's
figure
like
arts, man. I
whatever.
could put this guy back in the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
and
like
more-
all
more-
those. other ones like the Jax and Irwin, you couldn't do it.
Mhm.
But the
Yeah,
Super
that's
Battle
right.
collection, you could do with the Super Battle collection. So that
Yep.
was cool.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm still hating myself, my little self that didn't take care of his toys, because my dad would always, like, maybe once a week, maybe once a month. He spoiled me as a kid. I'm just saying that right now. But I always had like a large collection of the Super Battle collection. I didn't have the GT stuff because I think that came out a little bit. No, that came out like after I was born. Actually, now I think about it, but I remember having the Vegeta, the Goku, the Kid Gohan, of even the 3-pack. The 3-pack of Goku where you have the Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
I remember having all that, and then one day I just did not take care of my toys, and now I have to go on eBay if I have to look up or go to like a flea market to find all these stuff again.
Oh,
So-
me
Yeah.
too. Even like, when I was little, my mom used to buy some of the Super Battle collection for me, and it's because like I think we had a store at the mall that would just have imported stuff from Japan. So she would buy them for me, and she didn't know like if they were rare or not. She was just like, "Oh, Dragon Ball figure," and we buy it. So I used to play with them like rough, like I said, and there were Super Battle collection figures, and we didn't know.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I had the Super Baby Monkey Vegeta, the GT one. That one is like considered a grail, and I got it for like my 10th birthday or something, or 9th or 10th birthday. And I played like with it like crazy, and it has a bunch of scuff marks, and the tail like broke off. So knowing now, it's like worth a lot of money, but I had a lot of those like rare stuff as a kid, and I didn't even know they were rare.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know when you're young like that, and your parents don't even know either, because you don't know what's gonna jump up in price and become a rare figure, like what you were saying. That one did, but
Mhm.
who would know back then? So
Right.
at
Right.
least you had fun
Exactly.
with it when you
Yeah.
had it.
And I have it again now, like brand new. I bought it
Yeah.
later. And that's another funny story because I got it for $25 at a convention.
Oh, jeez.
Brand new,
Wow.
never opened.
Wow.
When was it? Like recently?
No, this was like 2009 probably, but
Yeah.
still, even then it was already rare. So
Yeah.
I knew that it was rare, and like I asked the guy, I'm like, "Is this $25?" And he was like, "Yeah." I'm like,
He
"What?"
probably
Like,
had
the
no
guy
idea.
doesn't know the value.
Yep.
I
You're
bought
like,
it
I'll buy it.
straight
Do
away.
you have any more?
It was crazy, and that was like one of the best deals I ever got.
Yeah.
$25 brand new for that figure. How can you even sell it for $25? And I like kept the sticker on it just so I can tell the story.
Amazing.
What is it going for now?
I think like at least 300 at least.
Oh, geez.
Goodness
Yeah, you
gracious.
definitely got a good deal on it.
That's like the best.
Yeah.
That's like the best deal ever. Can you remember like any better deals you've gotten on figures, or like somewhere close to it at the very least?
Yeah, actually. The Omega and Kid Goku Jack specific 2-pack.
Oh yeah.
It's like I don't even know. And brand new, and it's packaging. I don't even know how much it's worth. Probably right now, close
look
to
it up.
1,000, maybe 800.
Oh,
Like
wow.
it's worth a lot of money now. I think at least like
Yeah.
800. And I got it probably around 2009. I think it was 2009 on Amazon. It was like from just a random seller who put it up on Amazon, and he listed it for like $40.
Oh, man.
Brand new. And I already at that time it was rare, not that expensive,
yeah.
but it was already rare. So I knew, and I'm like, oh, I need to buy this now, right now. And I did. And I thought it was like, is this a scam? Am I gonna get scammed? Am I gonna get the actual figure? I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
But I got it, and that's like a story I like to tell too, because that was like a steal, especially like now it's worth like
right?
800, at least $800 in the packaging. Crazy.
Oh,
Yeah.
God,
Oh my
that's
gosh.
That seems like it's probably like one of the most rare Jack specific 2-packs, you said, right?
One of them, one of the top, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so got some pretty good deals on some of them, but I feel like when you were buying them, it was like the end of the 2000s, so you were probably buying them at the perfect time because they probably weren't shooting up as much as like they are now.
Yeah,
But still, they were still worth a lot of money then. But
Oh,
right.
you were
Is this
getting
it?
them for really
Exactly.
good deals.
yeah, that's it. That's it.
Oh my gosh, yeah, $1,800.
Wow.
$1,800?
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm glad I started collecting when I did, because now, since everybody's collecting now, but back
Yeah,
then,
it's
not that
grown.
many people did it. Yeah,
Yep.
so now everyone's doing it, so all the prices are like jacked up because
Yeah.
the demand. So yeah, I'm glad I got into it when I did, because back when I started, all we had was like DragonBallToys.com. Like that was a
Yeah.
community
Yeah.
back then. So
Yeah, it wasn't like you were saying, it wasn't as big back then. Like back in the like mid late 2000s, I used to be embarrassed to buy figures, but now it's like a normal thing. I walk right in the toy aisle, at Walmart,
they're
and
all
I don't
adults
care
who
anymore.
are looking in it. They're not even kids. They're adults.
Yeah, I mean we're the ones keeping figures alive right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Kids don't really like want toys as much. They want like video games, mobile
Yeah.
games, and stuff. So
iPads.
Yeah, they're more chronically online nowadays, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, thankfully, like the figures, they keep us a little bit more like connected, I would say, which I really like about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mhm.
This kind of goes into my question, because I know, like, after Jack Pacifics, there wasn't really that many Dragon Ball toy lines, because, Z finished, GT finished. There were some, like, maybe little imports here and there. There were, like, maybe spin-offs of, like, the, what was it, the Ultimate Action Series. I know, Daredevil, you talked about that in one of your
yeah, like that
videos.
Unifive, the Unifive
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
It was kind of things are falling down on my shelf. There was kind of a like almost like a dark age for Dragon Ball figures. There wasn't you went to like your Walmarts, you didn't really see a huge selection. Now these days, after Battle of the Gods, and now we have SH Figure Arts, Dragon Stars, we have Figurize, we have so many lines. Evolve. Do you think that there will come another point like where Dragon Ball will kind of fade back into, not have as many merchandise as it used to? Because now Super is kind of on a hiatus. There isn't really, an anime. There's the video game, spin-off series that we have, but we don't have an official anime yet. We still have like video games here and there, but how long will that last? Do you think that, there's going to come a time where like we just won't see a lot of Dragon Ball in stores or online again?
In my opinion, I don't think anytime soon, personally, because it's like had such a resurgence, like as of recent. And back when it was kind of like the dry era, it literally there was nothing going on. Like it was just Kai, and like that's an evolution, and that sucked horribly. That made things probably worse, with evolution. They had those horrible toys. Anyway,
The only thing good was that they brought back the other toys alongside the Dragon Ball Evolutions ones at Toys R Us. That's the only good thing I can say about Evolution.
Anime Toriyama bring back
I was about to say that. That's literally
the other good
thing that happened because of it. But
Mm-hmm.
it was pretty dry then, and like nothing was going on. Maybe a game here and there, like about like no, that's actually what was Ultimate Tenkaichi, right? That was the only thing that was going on even. So, and that game wasn't even good.
There's so many new fans now too.
Yeah,
so
right,
that's
exactly.
another
So,
thing.
right. So, especially now, us like a lot of collectors have come up as of recent. So, I don't see it slowing down because we just continue feeding into it and like buying figures and everything, and like there's more figures now than there's ever been ever.
Oh yeah, there's
being
so many
made.
lines now. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
figure arts, would just
Figurize,
continue, if
all of those.
anything. Yeah, Figurize too. Yep.
Yeah.
And then like all
Yeah,
those
there's just-
Mexican bootlegs.
Yeah.
those ones too, yep.
The
I did buy some
Master
of
Lies
those.
statues, people like those
Yeah.
Master Lies, and they're really nice too.
Yeah,
But,
even like Van Presto, they keep
yeah.
pumping out Dragon Ball statues too. So
Yeah, and
Figure
some
Arts
people
Zero.
love those.
yep, Figure Art Zero, that's another one. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's just so much now. It's maybe it'll
We're
get
eating good today,
oversaturated.
Dragon Ball fans.
Yeah.
We're eating good today.
I think it's a little oversaturated too. So before you used to collect like whatever would come out, but
Yeah.
you can't
Whatever
anymore.
you see in stores.
Yeah.
There's just too much, and like this is also gonna tie into my second question real quick. But like would you say that like what are your thoughts on like exclusives? Like, we our infamous enemy on this podcast is Premium Bandai because they recently announced a metal cooler, and fans have been always wanting, the Dragon Ball movie villains, Broly, cooler, but they always wanted a metal cooler. But it's $120, and then that's not even including tax and shipping. Do you think that it's getting a little bit too crazy with these exclusives, or do you think it's just because of the way the economy is, or what are your thoughts on those kind of like exclusives that you can only buy on one website or one store?
Yeah, it's kind of actually very annoying. Um, yeah, and like some of the exclusives are not even that like wow. It's like okay, this is what another I don't know Goku or whatever people complain about all the time. Another Goku? We're
Yeah.
gonna get something else. So but and then they charge so much for these exclusives, and you could only get it maybe
Yeah.
on Premium Bandai or at the convention, San Diego Comic Con or like New York Comic Con. It's just like it's annoying sometimes. And then
Yeah.
you want to buy it, you got to go on eBay, and then it's like double on eBay. So
Yep.
that's
It's like son of a
how it was
gun.
with Pops too. The Pops were like that too.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. When I
Mhm.
go to New York Comic Con, the line for the exclusives would be insane.
I haven't
Oh
gone
my
in a few
God.
years. Last time I went to
Yeah.
New York
Same
Comic
here.
Con was 19. I was there in 2019, and
Yeah. I think I was there. That was the first year I went actually.
I was
Saturday.
there. I think 18 and 19, and yeah,
No.
and I did wait
Really
for the Pop
crowded.
line. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ah.
And like that's when I
You
was
were,
still into
you were
Pops.
probably over there while I was on the figure arts line.
Yeah, I also got the exclusives that year too from Figure Arts. But
Yeah.
the Pops were like another thing that was like I don't collect Pops
Was
anymore. I used to.
was
But
that the year the Battle of Gods, Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and then the Golden Frieza were kind of like early releases? Was that
mm,
year?
no, I think that was before.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it probably was. I can't remember
What do you is
what year
that
it
like
was.
you referring to what the Figure
The
Arts
battle, yeah,
or
the Battle of Gods movie.
oh yeah, I don't know. I think it might have
Yeah,
been
I forgot what
before.
I don't even think they had exclusives yet. It was just like an
Yeah.
early release.
Yeah.
But
Like
yeah,
um yeah, so it's getting a little out of hand, especially like the prices. The prices are crazy. Like I'm like I
yeah.
have to pay bills. I can't like spend $150 on this figure right now.
I'll be eating cup of noodles for the rest of the month.
Yeah, it's tough. It's like it's a struggle being a collector, right?
Yeah, it really is.
Mhm.
And like we were
Expensive
saying,
hobby.
yeah, it's just getting more expensive now, especially with the price hikes with everything. It's not just
Yeah.
figures, so
No, yeah.
it's just getting difficult to collect. Like you were saying, you got to like cherry pick with the figure arts because there's just so many of them now, and it's like I can't keep up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like actually, like I'm like another one.
Goodness,
I mean, they
Right,
look
right.
great.
2 in
But
1 month.
I mean, yeah, like what Premium Bandai's been doing, it's just like it's there's so many problems with it. The exclusivity of stuff, like oh, only get it for like a limited time, but a
yeah.
lot of it also has to do with the fact that the only way to get a bunch of these figures is through online, and that might have changed because of the pandemic and such. That might have just been more like that. But in your
Yeah.
case, do you think that figures just only being available online has affected your fun of actually collecting the figures, or like gotten in any of the way of that type of thing? Because I know, like, you like to do a lot of
Um,
toy hunts too, and like that a part of that is
yeah.
of the fun of figures is being all around so many different options.
Yeah, like well, it's true. Like you can't beat going to the store and like hunting for it and like, when you finally find it, you're like, oh, that like feeling.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
but I also had a lot of that feeling online as well. Like when I'm looking for me, it's mainly like on eBay, right? When I find something that I'm like I never really see and it pops up on eBay, I'm like, oh, I get that feeling. And I'm like, oh, I need to buy it. Oh my gosh,
I
I've
can
been
get it
looking for
now.
this. Yeah, exactly. So it's fun in that sense on eBay. It could still be fun, but the prices, like I said, have gone up so much even on eBay. For
Mhm.
me, I feel like if you like the way to get like a good deal is either at a convention, from a vendor, random vendor, or like even some collectible shops, but even some of those shops are crazy with their prices too. So
Yeah, some of
oh,
them go
yeah,
by eBay. That's the
right,
only way they go by. I remember one comic
exactly.
shop was like that, and I bought nothing from him because he's like, "Let me look it up." I'm like, "Come
Yeah,
on, man." So
right,
I didn't even buy anything from him because of that. So it's like,
exactly,
darn
exactly. And
it.
so I mean, like, I for me, I'm always gonna be old school. So I feel like it does
Yeah.
take a little bit away from the experience, of course. I mean, you can't
Mhm.
compare online and like waiting in a line online to get a figure.
Yeah.
You know, it's just,
Yeah, and it's
nah.
hard. There's no more Toys R Us's now around us, so that
Right.
makes it more
No more
difficult. But
Kmart's,
Well,
KB Toys.
in California, there's this place called Frankensons, which is like you can get many
oh,
different types of figures and stuff from vendors, and it's freaking awesome. Like they
I
do
have
have
heard
good
of
deals.
that.
Cool.
It's a good
Yeah, I've heard
place.
of it.
Like I've been there one time and it was awesome. I need to go there again.
how far you live from it?
I'm like an hour and a half away, like
Okay,
about an hour drive or something like that. It's
yeah, it's
worth
got
it.
to be like a day thing that you have planned or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
I
exactly.
do want to go there whenever I go back to California.
Field trip.
That'll be great. I'll meet up with you. That'll be that'll
Yeah,
be the
right.
whole thing.
Here, I have an interesting question for you. So, out of all the like original older Dragon Ball lines, which companies, say if they came back today, which companies would you like to see revive their Dragon Ball line with more like updated articulation, accessories? Like I love the Unifive
Mhm.
Ultimate Evolution figures and like
Mhm.
the hybrid Bandai line. I really like. I would like to see them make
Those are
stuff
good.
today, but what's some lines you would like to see that we used to have maybe come back and hit us with a couple more figures?
You know, there's one figure series that I liked a lot, and I was kind of like upset when they stopped making them. And they're not like that old, but I was like,
Yeah.
why? They're nice. Was the DoD figures.
Oh
I
yeah.
actually really liked those. They were pretty cool. They're different than
Yeah.
like
Yeah, they
what
didn't
you
make too
normally see.
many.
They didn't.
Yeah. And they had the cloth clothing.
Yes, they were nice.
Yep.
I liked them. Or
Did
actually,
they have articulation or was it like
they
interchangeable
didn't.
part?
They didn't. It was just like interchangeable. Yeah, they didn't really have articulation, but
Okay,
it
so it
would
was
be
like
cool with them. They should have
yeah.
done some kind of articulation. But
Yeah, yeah. But at least they gave you like an option to switch a pose, you know.
yeah,
So it's kind
yes,
of like a couple statues in one.
they were nice. And then
Yeah, yeah.
also the Metacon figures. I don't know why they never made more because those are
Yeah, they
gorgeous.
only
I
made
actually have
Goku.
some. I have a few back here. I
Oh,
don't
I
know if you
thought.
can see.
How
Oh,
many
let's
did they
see it.
make?
They're up there. Look.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. They
Oh
have
yeah.
Goku, Piccolo, they have
And
Kid
Gohan?
Goku, they have Gohan, they have Super Saiyan Goku. And then they made
Okay.
a Super Saiyan 4 and what else?
Ah.
They did, I think, another Super Saiyan Goku.
Oh, they
So
made. I only thought they made Goku, so I was wrong with that.
actually, you know what? No. They didn't do Super Saiyan 4 Goku and they didn't do the other. I'm mixing that up with DOD. But so the only ones they
Okay.
had was Piccolo, Super Saiyan Goku, Goku, Kid Gohan, and Kid Goku. That's it.
All
They
right,
should have
good. I
done
didn't
more.
miss it with Vegeta
I know.
because I
Well,
just saw
I'm
like a
like,
video of Vegeta's figures.
why didn't they make Vegeta? You know, that's how I was
Yeah,
feeling.
Metacom's. I like Metacom. I mean, that's Mayfec's champ and Ahish. If you guys didn't know, Metacom, same company, but
Yeah.
they make really good stuff. But
Yeah.
his first Metacom figure.
Yep. But the Scarlet Spider. Yep.
Yeah, they made really nice, like, awesome figures. I know there were some, I think, complaints about the rubbery neck on the Goku in the
Yeah.
first release of it because it was kind of crumbling off almost. It was like
I
some
know what you're
defect
talking about.
was happening.
Yeah.
But luckily, mine, I guess, were not the first like initial release because that's never happened.
Yeah, yeah. You're
But
like,
yeah,
mine
so
lucked out.
but that's like
Yeah,
a line that I
that's
liked.
they're 1/6 or 12-inch figures, right?
I think they're like once, maybe they're like 12. I'm not sure. Like I have to measure
Well,
it,
they might be
but
like 10-inch.
they look kind of like 10-inch. They look a little bit
Yeah, yeah.
smaller than maybe 12.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, they're probably around like 10 or something.
yeah, they're nice. And then honestly, I really like the Irwin figures too. So
Oh yeah,
they're
I
really
think that's
cool.
where a lot of us started collecting. Yeah, Irwin made some fun stuff.
Yeah, like I liked where they were going towards the end of their run, before they went
Yeah.
bankrupt. Um,
Yep.
I really liked the paint jobs that they had on them, and they were
Mhm.
starting to. I feel
Yeah,
like they're
yeah.
adding a little bit more articulation to them, but then Jax took over, and
Yeah,
then they
they're
got
stepping away
lazy.
from the action features.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
stepping
yeah,
away from that and just making them posable figures. So
yeah. And
Yeah.
then like
that'd
Jax
be
took
cool if
over,
they
and
did
they
come
were
back.
lazy. They were lazy with a lot of their stuff.
Yeah, yeah, I agree there. I think they had too much on their plate then, because they were one
Yeah.
of the bigger toy companies back then. So
Oh yeah. Don't they still do
yeah.
wrestling figures?
Oh yeah, they still do stuff. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Jack
Yeah.
specific.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they are still around, but they're not making Dragon Ball stuff anymore.
Not Dragon Ball, but
This does go back because I was like thinking if they were to continue like making more Dragon Ball figures, it'd be totally different. Because I mean, Dragon Stars
Oh
really
yeah,
like for better or for worse is kind of like the Jack specific or the Irwin toys of they're like modern day Irwin toys. That's
pretty
kind
much. Yeah,
that's kind of what
yeah.
they are. So it's like they would already since there's
yeah.
so many like figure companies like making Dragon Ball figures, it would just be them going in and just like competing. I don't even know where if they would be able to like make a standing for themselves and in amongst all of that.
Nah, possibly not.
Yeah.
It's good to dream though.
It is a good dream.
More action figures. We gotta have a little button where Goku goes Kamehameha.
And he shoots out the Kamehameha wave.
The Burger King
There's
toys.
like a little energy ball.
There's so many
Basically are.
like gimmicky figures back then. So many gimmicky
Oh
figures.
yeah.
I
That
know
was
that,
so big back then, and I hated
know
it.
Like
Me
serial
too,
killer
me too.
Gohan.
I know Dragon Star still has like a cup. I think like one of their off-brand, they still have like the little gimmicky things, but it's like
Oh no.
you really barely see them now because now these days we
Yeah.
kind of evolved from those gimmicky action play features to where it's just like just give them toys. We don't
Oh
need
no,
to-
I see them all the time.
Yeah.
But it's only because no one wants to buy them. And they want the
Yeah.
articulated
I always see them
Wait, what-
just like there on the shelf because no one wants to buy them. You're right.
I used to see them a lot
It-
at the Toys R Us.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, sadly, they are no longer with us. Well, sort of. They were at like they made a deal with Macy's, so But
Mhm.
Oh
anyway,
yeah. Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's
I used to
just
see them there.
yeah, it's just incredible from seeing that as a kid and be like, wow, that's cool, and then as an adult, you're like, this sucks.
They
Yeah,
made some
yeah.
like horrible ones though. Like the Secret Saiyan warriors are horrible. Like trash figures.
I just
Those were
remember as a
just
kid
action
the
features.
Super
figures.
Saiyan Goku
They're
one from
awful.
Irwin Toys, and he just looked like this, and he had like the Super Saiyan like hair that was back here, or when he like did the Destructo Desk one, and he was just like,
Yeah, their faces look so bad.
I was
You're
like,
right.
this is an official company, and they released that, they let that through.
They're like, all right, it's good. Send it out to the stores.
Hey, the kid's gonna buy it anyway. Just shut him out.
I think
Yeah.
they thought like action features, it attracted kids, and they're like, yay, action features. Meanwhile, we all hated it. So I think
Yeah.
that's why it evolved to just articulated figures.
Yeah, yeah,
Make them
exactly.
action features.
I agree. Like, I mean, and the thing is, you know me, I like to collect other stuff
Yeah.
and not just figures. I collect everything.
Yep,
So,
yep.
The cups in the
Um,
background.
yeah, there you go. And like when I was a kid, I remember they also had like just random stuff like bop bags, like bop bags, and they would have costume sets. They would have the walkie-talkies, the electronic bank, and all this stuff. And
Yep.
Mhm.
those
They
things,
try
I
to,
love those
to
things.
market stuff with everything, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you absolutely love Dragon Ball, so you having all that stuff in your collection just shows how big of a fan you are of Dragon Ball. Like when
Yeah.
people say, name one of the biggest Dragon Ball fans, your name would pop up into my head. I'm like,
Which is
she's
awesome.
number
And
one. Yeah.
like I had never thought like making YouTube videos on my collection and reviewing would like
Yep.
get me anywhere at all. Cause like, back
Yeah.
then YouTube was just anybody would just get a camera and just start filming and recording. And that's what I did.
Yeah,
I was
pretty
like, oh, let me just try it out because I saw someone else do it. so someone
Yeah.
else do it on YouTube, and I'm
You're
like,
I could do that.
yeah, because I had so much. I'm like, let me try it, and like my first video is
Yeah.
still there on my channel if you want to see it, but
Mhm.
it's pretty terrible, you know.
Yeah, mine is too. Don't worry. All my first videos are bad. I don't
Yeah.
even know why I have mine still up there.
No, I get it. I privated a bunch of mine, so I get.
I keep it. I
He's
just
like,
keep
I
them
can't
there.
let anyone see. Yeah, I just leave them there.
No,
too.
some of
It's
them
like,
I look
whatever.
back, I'm just like, I'm so embarrassed. I can't have this on here. Like there was this.
Well,
I
a lot
think you know the one, like the one with me opening up that bootleg Luffy figure. Like, no, I can't. I
you
can't
should
have
leave
that.
that on there.
No, absolutely not.
That video is hilarious because he do you mind if I explain to them what happened?
Okay, fine. Go ahead.
All right, so he ordered a Variable Action Heroes Luffy, right? Yeah, he ordered a Variable Action Heroes Luffy, and there's a lot of bootlegs of them. And
This one was in the same price range, the correct price range, and it's on Amazon, so I'm
Dang.
certain it's gonna be the right version.
yeah, and you were still kind of new to collecting then, right?
Yeah, that would have been my first Variable Action Heroes figure ever.
So he got the package in, right? And he's recording himself and he's opening it up. And then as he's opening it, he like notices that it's a bootleg and he's like, Ma! Ma, they sent me a fake!
That's so funny. I should have kept it. That's hilarious.
It's
Actually.
I have it on the channel. It's privated. You can still watch it. I can still show it to people. I can't get myself to
Oh,
delete the
God.
videos, but I'll
That's so
private them at the very
funny.
least.
I've never gotten fooled like with a bootleg that I can recall.
Like it's crazy now. Bootlegs are good. Back then,
Yeah, they're
I mean,
actually
that
good
bootleg
now.
is still a good figure. Like you still have it.
Yeah.
AliExpress is like bootleg heaven. They got all the good stuff on there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's some great ones now.
Yeah. You know?
yeah. Bootlegs are not bootlegs, but third party. Now we call them third party companies. They make amazing figures now, and
Well,
they're really catching up with.
That's
official
mostly though
companies.
when the company actually is like, you know, consistent and such and has like a following, like
Yeah.
Kong Studios, for
Yeah,
example. That's
right.
gotta be
Yeah,
third,
yeah,
like
yeah.
100%
We
third party.
talk about demonical fit, waiting for that GT Goku.
Yeah, but like I honestly look,
post an update on it.
yeah, they
It
did
looks
show
pretty
off
good,
the models.
actually.
You know, I know some people as soon
Yeah.
as they get the figures, they're gonna be making, you know, stop motions of them. But speaking of
Cool.
stop motions, Goshin, like I know that you have
Ah.
stop motions, you know, for your YouTube intros and such.
Mhm.
But and I know like, you know, it's like the one with Kid Goku and Pan, like that one's a really good one. But I was wondering, and you might have answered this in one of your other videos before, potentially one of your streams. I can't remember that far back, but like, have you ever tried doing any stop motions yourself? Like, do you have any old like films you might have made back in the day with figures that you could have done?
I used to actually do stop motion when I was little.
Mhm.
When I was like probably 10, when I got my first camera, I used to do them. And with the camera that I got, it came with the software where you can actually do stop motion stuff. So I
Oh.
used to do that. I mean, there's some of them are on my channel actually.
I'm gonna
They're
check 'em
not
out.
great, but I was 10 and they're pretty good for like a 10-year-old. I
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
do like
I mean,
music
just-
videos with them, and they would be like stop motion music videos with the figures.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, it was fun. I spent like many hours doing that. So,
Yeah, they're
but
really time consuming.
oh yeah, I could never do it today because I have no time to do them. But when I
Doing
was
it at 10
younger,
years old is pretty talented, though.
yeah, well, I was always into like making videos from like that moment when I got my first camera. So I have a lot of
Yeah.
videos of me when I was 10 just playing with my figures on camera, like just making up some
Yeah.
kind of story. So, and I still have some of those. I gotta upload them, but I still have a
Yeah.
lot of these old stuff from like,
Yeah, you might as well.
20
Be like,
years
I did
ago.
this when I was 10.
yeah, 20 years ago.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Maybe like a
Time flies
montage
by.
of different videos you did. Although
The
some
what?
of
Yeah.
the montage of different videos, you did, but now thinking about it, some of the
Oh.
music ones would probably be copyrighted.
Yeah, it's the only thing.
It sucks.
I mean, they're on my channel surprisingly, but they're there if you
Goodness.
want to see it.
I will check them out.
Yeah, we'll have to watch them later. Yeah.
Everyone go check out SSJGoshin's older videos. It's gonna be great.
Look up
Because
SSJGoshin4 music video, and then they'll come up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We all got to start somewhere. We all got to start somewhere, you know?
Exactly.
Because
Exactly.
when you're a kid and you have that imagination and you just want to, see your
Isn't that what you
favorite
guys
character-
did too? Started off with stop motion. I know
I
he
started off with
that.
I started off with Lego stop motion. I remember I had a video those old timey videotape recorders, the one that actually had the tape.
Oh wow.
If kids remember that, I know
VHS tape.
a
Is that what you're
VHS
talking
tape.
about?
Mhm.
Oh God.
I had a VHS tape, and I used to make stop motion on that until I upgraded to a old digital recorder.
How the
So
hell were you able to do that with a VHS tape?
I was able to do it. I don't know. I just found my
I
dad's
don't know how you
VHS,
could do
and I
it.
just it wasn't like perfect stop motion. Okay, it wasn't like today's stop
Yeah.
motion. Like
Yeah. Same with
But-
me. It was-
It was like one frame was like this, and then all of a sudden, 5 seconds later, he had a kick. That's what would
right,
basically
right, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
Right.
it really slow? Like
I know
he's
you-
moving in slow motion?
Something like that. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I used to do
Yeah.
stuff like that too, where it was just like, not many frames, right? Just like,
Yeah, and sometimes I may put Linkin Park in the background because that was a thing back then.
Bro,
yeah,
that's
me too. Well, my first intro had Linkin Park in it.
Mm.
Yeah. It was something like that. It
Yeah,
wasn't with
that-
Linkin Park, but the first stop motion I did, it was like Iron Man versus Electro, and it was using. I didn't have any other music downloaded on my
That
on my
Black
iPhone.
Sabbath Iron Man song?
No, yeah, no. It was a song. It was the song from Transformers: Age of Extinction from Imagine Dragons. I don't.
Oh.
Nobody can
What is-
save me now. I don't know. They're just.
I thought you were gonna say the Transformers song that Linkin Park did, because that's what I've done. I think it's called.
That is a good song. It is
Yeah,
a good
it is
song,
a
but
good-
no, I didn't
good
have.
song.
I didn't have that. I like the only because what I was limited to at the time was the music that I had downloaded on iTunes. So surprised. So there was like,
Yeah.
and I remember at that point in time, like I would just download the Falconer tracks and just listen to them, and so that just ended up being
Yeah.
what was in the background of the video, and but yeah,
Vegeta's
it wasn't.
theme.
It wasn't the best thing. So like, I wanted to have them like crash into a wall. So I just had like a book, like a stack of like my Dragon Ball mangas, and so Electro just goes like smashing into them.
Hey, you got to be creative somehow.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah. I mean, that's cool.
yeah.
Where are those
Yeah.
video's?
that
Yeah,
video's
right?
still on my
Why
channel.
did it?
Oh, okay.
Oh, like right
It's-
now we could go watch.
Yeah, you can. It's like it's one of my first ever
Aha.
videos. That one you can watch and just have a laugh at. I don't mind.
I
that.
know. I know the first video I did was a Lego recreation of the Universal ride, of the Spider-Man ride, and it had a little bit of stop motion in it. But God, I'm just like,
What made you want to do that? Did you recently go on the Spider-Man ride?
so that was during a time when, and again, this is going time back to Dragon Ball. Actually, this is going back when
Yeah.
Dragon Ball didn't have anything. The Battle of Gods movie did not come out, but Spider-Man was a big thing in my life. So I was like, you know what?
Tobey
I want to
Maguire?
create something different. Actually, it was Andrew Garfield.
It-
That was
Still
around
good
that
enough.
time that I really got into Spider-Man. I was a fan of Tobey Maguire, but not getting sidetracked.
yeah.
Anyway,
I really liked Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. Sorry, go ahead.
yeah, anyway, I just wanted to do something different. And, you never saw someone make a recreation of a ride. And I kind of
Yeah.
want to do that again because I know Universal Japan had like a Dragon Ball 4D kind of ride. Goshin, I know you went to Japan. Did you ever go to Universal? Did they still have that like Dragon Ball 4D film?
Please. I hope-
It was already gone by the time
No.
I went there. But
I bet they had a bunch of One Piece stuff.
yeah,
Of course
well,
they
had they still had it there when I went, I would have gone to Universal, but I didn't even go to Universal because
Yeah.
that wasn't there. So, but they did have J World, and like
Oh,
that's
yeah, that's
gone
right.
now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I got
what
to
was
do that.
J-World?
It's like
Did
a
they have
little like
Dragon Balls?
indoor amusement park for Shonen Jump.
Mhm.
It had Naruto,
Ah,
Bleach,
That was probably cool to see.
Dragon Ball, and it had little exhibits where
Yeah.
you could like interact and play little games, and they had like little photo
Oh, that's
ops where you
cool.
could like ride the Nimbus or be in
Yeah.
the Saiyan pod, or there was like a little thing where you could try on like Saiyan armor and take a photo op.
Mhm.
I did all that. Like
Yeah.
in my Japan vlog, so you can see when I went there, and like I took photos with all
I
that.
think I did watch some of that because I remember like the flying Nimbus. and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, and they had like the ground where you can lay, like as if you were like Yamcha, like dead Yamcha. It'd be funny.
Poor Yamcha.
Yeah, that's like actually that photo got me to win a contest one time. So
Oh,
There you
wow.
go. They took it down.
but yeah, so that place was really cool. But honestly, for
Yeah.
Japan, my favorite thing was hunting for figures. It was awesome for that. It was
Oh yeah.
amazing.
So
Now,
many
is it
figure
true it's like a
stores.
lot like older SH figure arts or like other figures are like cheaper there, like in
Oh
Japan?
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh
for
my.
sure. Like I was like, what? When I was saying the prices, it's like
Mhm.
half
Yeah.
of the price of
Oh,
what you get
shit.
here. Like for example, the Van Presto statues were like $13 for one. Like that's so cheap.
Yeah.
You
Here
don't gotta
they're like
pay like
25.
extra. Go
At
on
least,
premium
you know.
Bandai. They don't
Yeah.
have that same premium Bandai problem that we do here, especially when it comes to like how they convert the currency between the two things. It's they got it better.
We don't. Yeah, when you don't have to worry about like the import fees and the shipping and all that stuff too. So yeah, you get them
It was
much cheaper
great.
than in Japan.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to
Plus,
buy
I get a
another
lot
suitcase just to put all
for
my
all the
collectibles in it.
collectibles.
For real,
Yeah.
I had to get another one just to put everything in there. But it was awesome. It was such a cool experience to actually be there
When
and
did you
going to
go
the
to
shop.
Japan?
I went in 2018,
Oh, so that wasn't too long ago. Nice.
like
Mhm.
5 years ago
I would
now.
like. I would love to
But
visit Japan.
I'm
Would
trying to
you
go
ever?
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was about to say, would you ever go back now that Japan's opened its borders again and are allowing tourists? And
Let's
what
all
would you?
go
What?
together.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, and now everybody is going to Japan now. Like
Mhm.
when I went,
That-
I didn't see as many people going, but now I like on my Facebook, I see all like my timeline. Everyone's like freaking going to Japan. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
they
Mhm.
probably
What'd you
spent
need? Like a couple grand?
yeah, at least I don't know.
Or like a
I
few
think at
grand?
least five, at least,
Mhm.
Okay.
at
Yeah.
least, I would say.
You
Depends on what
need
you're
at
doing.
least half for
Depends
the
on how long you're staying too.
collectibles.
Yeah, how long you're staying
Yeah.
and what you're
'Cause I know
doing
the
and all.
plane ticket's probably like close to a grand in itself for.
Yeah, it
Mhm.
was a grand, like
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
a
yeah.
plane
That's
ticket.
not too bad. You're flying across the world, you know.
Yeah,
It's worth it. We
yeah,
gotta go to Akihabara. I don't know.
yeah.
I
Akihabara
would
is
like to
like
go
that
to
was the
Ami
first place
Ami
I went.
store.
Yeah, the first place I went to was there, like
Yeah.
Akihabara.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, this is heaven. Like this is so crazy. It's like literally anime everywhere. And like
When
Dragon
you
Ball.
walked in, it was like, oh.
Yeah, yeah, it was lit. Like actually. And then it's great for vintage figures too. Yeah, I went to Nakano Broadway and like there's like so many different floors of just stores.
Mhm.
And I saw a lot of vintage Dragon Ball stuff. And I was like, oh my
See, I
god, this
like
is so
stores like
cool.
that,
Mhm.
Yeah,
where they
yeah.
have like old and new stuff. Those
Yeah,
are the
and there was
best,
one
like,
store that had a
collectible
lot of
stores.
American figures, like Irwin and Jackson. That was like surprising. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, you're like, what the hell?
Actually, thinking back
Yeah.
at your vlog, I remember specifically they had some of the animation cells, like some of the actual
Yes.
from the actual
Mm-hmm.
animators from the actual show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They had a store with
Wait, what was it?
where you can buy
So
cells, animation cells.
yeah,
Oh,
so like the
shit.
actual or like original picture cells. I don't know if I don't know if it's the original. It could
Yeah,
be
yeah.
copies, but I
Like
believe
that the artist drew?
yeah, from the
Mhm.
actual show. Like
Oh,
they
I'm pretty
take
sure
the
they're
actual
originals.
yeah, my gosh, that's
That's
crazy.
cool.
I know. I wish I had like a Goku one, but oh my god, it's so expensive. They're crazy
Mhm.
expensive.
What are
A
they like
legitimate one.
a few hundred or more?
1,000.
1,000.
Oh.
Like it depends on the character. With animation cells, it depends on the frame, how it's looking. Is it frontal? Is it full body? It all varies in price,
Yeah,
depending on the
Mhm.
frame. And if it's the
I
main
bet
character,
Goku's most expensive.
yeah. If it's like a full frontal face of like with the background included of
Yep.
the main character, it's gonna be crazy.
Like
And they
like
have like the long
$5,000.
ones too. They have the long cells as well, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
vertical ones,
Yep,
and
yep.
those are crazy too.
yeah, for
I have
example,
I have
Trunks
pan
slicing
ones.
Frieza in half. That would be a massively expensive one.
Oh yeah, and like depending on how iconic the scene is.
Mhm.
But I have only pan ones in my collection.
Yeah. I mean, it's your favorite character. Like if I went, I would try to get a Bardock. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I'm
Mhm.
sure that's so
I
expensive.
would have
Wow.
got a favorite character too.
because like
Yeah.
how many animation cells of Bardock are left? Like for
They're all
people
one of a
to buy.
kind products.
Exactly. Right. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So
Oh man.
now they don't make it like that anymore. So
Nah.
yeah, it's pretty cool to have like a piece of the show, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah. That is a real. That's like a real collectible item right there.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think I have 2 pans. No, 3. 3, but like they're all different. They're like one's like a full body of pan, but she's like small. And I have
Yeah.
one that a fan gifted to me, which was amazing. Shout out to him.
Yep.
And like
Is
it
it DJ?
actually has
Awesome.
a background. No, not DJ. DJ is my number 1 fan though. Like he's just always showering me with gifts. I'm like, DJ, you don't have to do this. He's like,
Come on, stop it.
like you don't have to do this. Yeah, and then he's like, no, I want to help like your collection. I'm like,
Yeah,
I mean, I'm
you got
always
people like
thankful.
that.
Always thankful, of course.
That's awesome of him to do that.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. He's so generous, and she's a very, very awesome, nice guy. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it wasn't him for that one. It wasn't. But yeah, cells are really cool. They're just super expensive, and I know people that just collect cells. I can imagine
Man.
how much
That's
they spend.
Right?
Yeah,
Probably a lot of money is worth in that collection.
yeah, I can imagine for sure. They're like
Yeah.
super valuable.
So I guess this is a bit of a different question now, but like a big part of like your channel right now is like your purple hair. You even got it in your profile picture and such. So what inspired you to color your hair purple?
Is it purple and blue at the bottom?
Right now, yeah.
I'm like, am I seeing things or is it?
Yeah, right now it is. But the first time I dyed my hair purple was I think 10 years ago. Yeah, 10 years ago.
Yeah, I always
Or
remember
almost.
hair purple.
Yeah, almost 10 years ago actually. Why? I don't know, because I thought it would look cool. There's not like any significant reason, but I really wanted
Frieza?
I was thinking because of
even
Trunks.
though-
Trunks is purple hair.
No, well, Frieza's my favorite villain.
Oh,
but
yeah.
no. But
Yeah, Frieza's great.
yeah, so I just wanted to do something different because I was in that stage of my life where I wanted to just look different and be different. So I got my piercing, I got my hair dyed, and I stretched out my ears and everything. So and then I got my first tattoo, just like I'm gonna do this. So I went all in. And then
Yeah, you
like
gotta sometimes.
yeah. And like, but I don't regret any of it, which is good because some people do regret that stuff, but I don't. And it kind of became like a signature thing, like me and my changing hair, because I didn't always have purple. I had like blue at one point. I had red, and then I had blonde for a long time. Actually, I had the blonde for like at least 4 years, or 3 or 4 years, and then I went to pink, and now I'm back to purple. So I don't know. I just like it. I like standing out from the crowd. I don't like to look boring.
I mean, look at the Demon Slayer characters. All their hair are different colors too.
Yeah.
That made
Especially
me like
Mitsuri.
dye my hair blue like a few months ago.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to do with Dragon Balls. So why I dyed my hair though?
I think that's what Heish was thinking.
I was thinking. I mean, I guess so, because it's like every single color hair that you would dye it, it's just like, oh, it's just like this character's transformation. Oh, you have ultra ego hair. Oh,
I know.
red hair
Yeah,
is Super
people say
Saiyan.
that ultra ego. That's what they say now.
She went ultra ego.
It's funny.
Oh my god.
Like people ask me when am I gonna like have my hair like a normal color, and I'm like, well, I had blonde and that was normal, I guess, but
It's
to
just
my
like the
natural,
style.
I don't know
Yeah.
when. Like I haven't had my natural hair color since probably like I was in high school or something.
Do you dye it or do you like spray it with the spray? Because I know dyeing, it's a pain in the arse.
Yeah, no, it's dyed. Like I actually go to professional. I don't do it myself.
Okay.
I don't trust myself with my hair. But
Yeah, I did blue. My scalp was turning blue. I'm like, oh my god! And I tried to wash it out, but my girlfriend's like, nah, it's fine. It'll wash out eventually. I'm like, oh, okay. So that's how you did it. I thought my whole scalp was gonna be blue, but it wasn't. It was for like a couple days, but
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. Like even with me,
Yeah.
my scalp turns blue, but it
Yeah.
has
I
to
mean,
be
that's inevitable.
bleached.
It's gonna happen. Yep.
It has
Yep.
you have to bleach it, and then
That's why mine's blonde right now. It's from when I dyed it blue.
yeah. But like people have asked me too, like, are you gonna do green? I'm like, no, I don't think green. That's a little no. Oh, that's out of my comfort zone. Won't do green.
No pearly green. No pearly
No,
green today.
even though green is my favorite color, but I just don't think
Ah,
it'd be cool on hair for me. For
No,
me.
that's understandable.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
see that more like with like rock concert people, like guys with the
yeah,
guitar, like with the green hair.
yeah. That's a good question though, because no one's ever asked me that question ever
There we go.
about
I
my hair.
I actually have a unique question.
Yeah.
Here, I have a question for you. Now, we all know you love Dragon Ball. I mean, we all do, but I'm curious,
does?
is there any
Really? I didn't know that.
is there any
This is the first I've heard.
Is there any other anime or manga that you are a huge fan of, like Naruto, One Piece, Demon Slayer, or something? Is there anything else you're really into? Maybe not as much as Dragon Ball, but
Not honestly, there hasn't been any other anime that's really been even close. But
oh
there
wow,
are certain like anime films I really love, like where I love it. Like I will like I love that film. I'll watch it over. Like Perfect Blue, my favorite anime film of all time. Like
I never
amazing.
saw
Actually,
that.
not even anime film. One of my favorite films of all time because it was beautifully made and directed and just it's awesome. Like if you haven't seen it, you should watch
Don't mind
it.
me. I'm just
It's
throwing it
dark.
in my list of stuff to watch.
Oh, you have to
Yeah,
watch
I'm
it.
gonna have to watch it too.
Oh, it's
I never even
amazing. Satoshi Kon. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
Was it
film.
made recently, or is it like a
It's
old
old.
school?
It's from the 90s.
The 90s is one of my favorites.
Yeah, yeah. It's
when Dragon Ball Z was really big.
yeah. Well, I love that film so much that like I even consider getting a tattoo of like based off that movie.
Yeah,
It's great.
yeah, you
But
should.
yeah,
Something
I'm
you
thinking
love that
about it.
much.
But
Yeah, I got Bardock tattooed. I just need to get it colored in.
nice. I have 2 Dragon Ball tattoos as well. Actually, my next one is already scheduled for
Yep.
next year. And
Ooh.
I'll reveal it here because no one knows, but it is gonna be Pan.
I knew it.
Hey.
I was just gonna say Pan. What are the other two of? Goku
I have
and
the
Gohan?
4-star Dragon Ball budding out of
Okay.
a rose. And then underneath I
nice.
have Super Saiyan Goku
Okay.
from Cooler.
Yeah, you got
Like, you know that like the shot of just his face, like it's amazing. It's
Yeah,
like that
I know what you're
iconic
talking about.
shot of just Goku's like face close up. That's what I
Yep.
had to get tattooed because
Like when he's about to mess up Cooler.
yes,
And he gets serious.
exactly
yeah.
that. And
Yep.
Super Saiyan Goku is like probably or Super Saiyan. Yes, well specifically Goku Super Saiyan, right? It's like one of
Yeah.
my favorite looks of him besides Super Saiyan 4. Like and I wanted to get Super Saiyan
Same
4
here.
somewhere, but I haven't yet. But Pan for sure. And like the reason why I waited so long to get the Pan tattoo is because I've been waiting for specific artists to actually have their books open so I can book
Yeah,
this person.
Some of them get backed up. Yeah.
Yeah, and like
Yep.
finally, because I've been thinking about getting a tattoo from her for years, and like finally,
Yep.
she actually moved from New York to Florida, and I'm like, this is amazing, this is perfect, and like I was able to book.
Smart
so
move.
I'm super, yeah. So I'm like super excited for that. But
So you never got a tattoo from her, but she's someone you really like know about at least.
yes,
You love her
her work
Nice,
is
okay.
amazing. But
artwork. Yes.
But yeah, so I kind of got into that subject with tattoos. But yeah, so Perfect Blue. I love Perfect Blue. And then
Yeah.
I also grew up with a lot of people don't know this anime, like newer anime fans, because it's kind of classic, but it's the start from like I think in my opinion, the anime that kind of made slice of life anime like take off. It's Azumanga Daioh. I love that anime. It's a comedy slice of life.
Uh-huh.
It's great. It's really funny. It's it revolves around like 5 high school girls going through
Uh-huh.
high school, but you
Yep.
like love their friendship and like the craziness that surrounds it, and they just
And then you can relate to a character
Yeah.
too, or something like that. Yeah,
exactly,
Yeah.
and
You
it's
gotta
just
love
one of my favorite.
series like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, and it's very different, completely different from Dragon Ball, that's for sure. But
Oh
I
yeah.
love it. I love it.
Yeah, but yeah, you said it's more like a comedy type
It's a
one. You
comedy
said?
slice of life. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then what else did I really like? I really like
You never watched like Naruto,
no, I mean I watched a little bit of it, and I
but you couldn't
watched
get
it in
into it.
English, and like I could not get into it, like especially maybe
Demon
because it was in
Slayer?
English. Oh, Demon Slayer, yeah, I love
Ah,
Demon
yes.
Slayer. Like, but that's like the only like new anime that I really watched.
Yeah, that is a really good anime. That just came out of nowhere and blew my mind when
Very
Yeah.
simple,
first
but
watched
very
it.
effective how it tells a story.
Yes, and its
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
visuals are amazing.
Oh, yeah.
What else? I'm trying to think. What else do I really, really like? You know what I really liked too growing up was Case Closed, Detective Conan.
Yes, I'm so
Love.
sad that they discontinued it. Like the English, the
I
English dub.
know.
I can't follow along the cases without
Why?
it being in English. It doesn't.
I
It's not the same.
No, I like rewatched the old Funimation dub and stuff. It sucks that they never
Yeah.
continued it. That's like, I mean, I know it's like ridiculous amount of episodes and it's still ongoing, but
Yeah.
I don't know. They should bring it back.
See, I could
Insane.
see you like the old school '90s anime a lot. So it kinda
Yeah, it's like
around, I
what
guess,
I
kind
grew
of
up
around
with.
my age-ish. You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
Rurouni Kenshin?
yeah.
You ever watch that? That's
I watched
pretty good series.
bits and pieces of it, and I liked what I saw, so it was
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
good.
That's a really good anime. What do you
Um,
think of live action anime?
No, no, we're not
I'm
talking
There's
about.
scarred.
only some that are good. Most are really bad.
Kind of scarred from Evolution.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Evolution.
So is
I've never heard
Toriyama.
of that. They made a Dragon Ball movie. Well, I never heard of that. There's no such
Yeah,
thing.
that whole thing was nuts, and like especially like that. I remember when 20th Century
Oh, I
Fox got the
I
rights
watched your
for it.
review when it came out. Yeah.
When I
was different
first
time.
watched it, I was kind of in denial, and I kind of pretended
was the
or
same
to
way.
like it, and because the
I
thing
was the
is,
same way.
I waited so many years for it to come out because I remember when I was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
9 when they announced that they were gonna like make something because it was
Yeah,
20th
yeah.
Century Fox, I guess got the rights to make the movie, and in like
Yep.
2002. And I remember like in one of the like Pojo magazines, they had a what if casting, and I remember I used to
Yep.
like look through it. I'm like, oh my gosh, it'd be so I can't wait for this. And
It's
then
like
I
Jet Li
remember,
as Vegeta.
yeah,
Remember everybody
exactly.
wanted him as
Yep.
Vegeta.
And then like
Yeah.
I remember following the updates with Evolution before it had come out.
Yeah,
And I used
yeah,
to
yeah.
follow everything.
Yeah, you were just like really hyped for it. I
Right,
was the
super
same way
hyped.
with it when it first came out, but then you're like, damn, they really messed the movie up after you like
Yeah.
let it marinate for a while.
Yeah, it took me like 2 watches or something in order for me to finally be like,
Yeah, like, what the
I
hell
lied
did
to
they
myself.
do?
We gotta do like a podcast commentary. Everyone watches that movie and just rip it apart.
Yeah, that is an episode we have planned.
It's really, really bad. Like it's actually
Yeah.
like terrible. What's
just-
worse, like Avatar, like the last Airbender movie, or Evolution?
Last Airbender movie. I've never heard of this. M. Night Shyamalan. Never heard of him.
Yeah,
There's no
I
such
know a
thing.
I'm just
lot of
glad.
people
I'm just
were-
glad that when I saw the Evolution, like I didn't spend any money on it. I saw it on the back of a plane on like of an airplane seat. Like they had it on there for free when you're going on
I bought it
international
on
flights.
bootleg.
No, I went to the theater. I didn't even watch the bootleg. I went to the theater
I think
like
you made the review at the theater. You were like, what, your little cousin or something like
with my
that?
little sister. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I even have that review up still? I don't think so. I think it's
I
gone.
don't know. Maybe after your couple watches, you're like, let me private this.
I was like, I gotta delete this from the internet. No, but yeah, I watched it like opening night in the theater. It was like on a Wednesday when it opened. It was on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I remember when after school.
She
And
went directly there. Let's go, little sis.
yeah, and my little sister liked the but you know, she was like 5 at the time.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
and then like in the theater, I vividly remember like there's not that many people there, probably like 6 other people.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't as Dragon Ball wasn't even as popular as it is now. I mean, this was
Yeah.
what, like 2000?
2009, and that was when
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
a dry spell for Dragon Ball, when there was like
Mhm.
nothing going
Yep.
on. So
Yeah.
The one thing that nearly killed it actually helped rejuvenate it because
Mhm.
Toriyama was
Yeah.
like, nah.
It was a blessing in disguise.
yeah, he was like, "What the f- is this?"
Well, they were actually gonna work on
Right?
Battle of Gods like on their own. Tell was gonna do that, but because of Evolution, Toriyama stepped in. Like Battle of Gods was gonna come
Yeah.
nonetheless.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm so
Yeah.
glad. You know what? It was good that movie did happen because, as we all know,
It's
it
a
brought
blessing in
Toriyama back
disguise.
to Dragon Ball.
I'm still
Yeah,
it's still
yeah,
like
yeah.
weird. We still haven't seen the original design for what Super Saiyan God was supposed to look like. I want to know what that.
I
that
know.
design is.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was gonna be because I saw so much fan art. I thought it was gonna be the golden Super
Me
Saiyan
too.
4, and I was like, "Let's go, baby!
That's
Let's go.
awesome. Yeah,
The
I remember
new
that.
Golden Warrior.
Bring that design back, Kong Studios. Make a figure of that."
Yeah, I
Goodness
remember all
gracious.
that too. That like the hype surrounding Battle of Gods and like
Yeah.
the fake designs. And they have like I think a design of like I saw some fan art that kept circulating around that people thought it was real too. I think it was the gods of destruction, right?
Oh my
They're all
god.
different.
Oh,
They're all
Oh.
like made up,
rem-
but they looked real.
I
so it
remember what
fooled people.
happened. These guys were like actually genius because they based the design of every god of destruction from the Backyardigans. That little kid. show.
yeah, I remember. Yeah, that's it.
Backyardigans.
That's it.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Like,
oh my god!
It's actually genius though, because I didn't even think about the fact that there's this
Nah.
one character that looks like Beerus from there.
yeah, like there's so many like fake
Oh,
stuff
man.
that we thought were like possibly true. Like, AF was one of them.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That was huge.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Or, yeah,
I
like
remember
Super
Yeah,
that.
there was
Saiyan
a lot
5
of
Goku.
fan made stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I have such a sweet spot for that time, like for like
Yeah.
Super
Yeah.
Saiyan 5 Goku. It's It's a great type.
You just gotta show it off.
It really is. That's a nice figure. Dude.
His name is Tablos.
Yeah,
People
Yeah.
thought he was Super Saiyan 5 Goku. People just were like, "Oh, that's
Yep.
Goku, right?"
Mhm.
But no, it's not. It was never
It's
Goku.
Tablos. That figure, I think that figure releases what, this month? Star Blast or next month?
The newer version, I'm not sure.
Well,
sure.
the Tablos one, yeah.
The Tablos one, I'm not sure. Like Kong Studios hasn't been.
That I
consistent
can't
and
wait
such.
to get that one.
Yeah, I mean they get the
Should be
figure
a
out, but
fun
they're not.
figure.
I'm not sure when it's gonna actually release.
I'm gonna get a
Yeah,
shirt
like they keep showing.
with that classic fan art.
Speaking of
Oh, you
figures
have
and
a shirt?
products, though,
And I want to get it. You can get it from his
Oh.
official website. The guy who actually
Oh,
made
nice.
Tablos, you can
Yeah,
get
yeah.
a shirt with that image on it.
Man, now
pretty
it's
cool.
making me want to get one.
what is the most?
Yeah.
What is the most recent bit of Dragon Ball merchandise you've gotten as of late?
The most
Ah.
recent, actually, DJ bought something for me.
Of course it's DJ.
And he bought he's like, I'm gonna get this for you. And it was the Imperfect Cell figure arts. And because for
Ah.
Prime Day,
Prime
it's
Day.
like it was crazy
Oh
on
yeah,
sale.
it's real cheap
was like-
right now.
it was like
yeah, it's
40
like
bucks.
42. Yeah,
Mhm.
I
That's
was.
funny. We were just talking about that earlier. I think yesterday in the chat, I texted Heesh and he
Yeah.
was like, "What?
That's
This
where
is
I
a
saw
ripoff."
it. You're like,
I
I'm so
bought it
mad
at,
at
like,
this.
Yeah, I bought it at like the actual price $70 or something like that, and then I was like,
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't
sorry.
care, man. I'm happy for the people.
40
At least
bucks.
the only reason we're even able to be like this in the first place is because they didn't make it a premium Bandai exclusive, and that's always a dub. You know, if they're able to make
Yeah.
figures for cheap, like
Thank
that Clone
Kami.
Goku Black, I will get multiples of that Clone Goku Black just because it's a Prime Day thing. Give me
Your
more. Of that,
favorite
I'll fill it up.
character.
Yeah. But
He's just gonna have
that's probably
stacks
it.
of Goku Black figures.
Actually, I got something else that was just released, or it's about. Actually, it was just released. I got some Dragon Ball Z earbuds, which I just uploaded the review on my channel, literally. But that's another thing I
Link
just
in
recently
description.
got. Yeah,
Check out the
but,
video.
they're pretty cool, actually. I mean, watch the video and you'll see. But the carrying case, the charging case, is a Saiyan Space Pod, and then
Oh,
the
That's dope.
ear
That is dope.
yeah, the earbuds are
I
Like
know
it
what
looks like Goku's E, like his shirt. And then
I think I saw the
Like what
promo
is
for that.
kanji?
Yeah, it's like the Saiyan one. Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine this, but a Saiyan pod. How awesome!
yeah,
is that?
right. It's really cool.
That
And
is
then they
awesome.
also have a Frieza version and they have a Vegeta version too.
Oh.
So
I have to get the
So they
Frieza
sent me
version.
that.
It's
Frieza
like,
version
I
got
feel,
your name on it.
I feel obligated to have to buy those.
I think I might buy a pair too. I might.
Of the
Yeah, I think I need to get Vegetas.
and also, at least the Goku version, when you first put them in your ears, you hear Masuko Nozawa.
I'm buying it now.
Oh
I'm
my
buying
God.
it now.
I'm nerding.
Oh,
Kamehameha. She's like, yo, I'm Son Goku. She does that.
So there's
But
the packaging.
All right, that's the
Oh,
packaging
that's
right
pretty
there.
cool.
Goku.
Yep.
Oh my God! If you take the Vegeta box, does it like?
I'm
sync
wondering,
together?
I'm wondering
Yes.
if you
Yes.
can connect
Amazing.
them.
I'm pretty sure because the iconic
Yeah,
stance,
that's
the
cool.
showdown. So you see the
You could see
toy
yeah.
sticker. So
Yep.
legit.
Official.
And then I'll show you the cute.
Was it like
carrying case.
imported or you got it in the US?
No, it was imported. The
Ah.
Jack Rabbit Media sent it to me to
Oh,
review.
Look at
That's a pretty
that.
nice case.
Look
Look at
at
this.
that.
That's cool. Oh, it's like
Cool, right?
his like upper torso.
Yeah.
That is
Mhm.
cool.
I love the space pod. That looks
Yeah, that's my
cool.
favorite
really
part.
cute.
That
That
is
is
so
awesome.
awesome. That's the coolest like base.
How's the
charger
battery life in
for,
them?
for wireless headphones?
I believe it is 5.5 hours of listening.
That's
That's
good.
pretty
Fine.
good. That's pretty good. Yeah.
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 Mhm.
Especially like with a
And-
box like that, you could tell they're good headphones.
Mm-hmm.
Sample, not for sale.
And
Oh.
I'm
don't
I'm
have
gonna
a
buy.
card,
I'm gonna
but-
buy some. I think I'm gonna buy some.
Actually, one of
I
my
think I need to buy the
viewers
Vegeta ones.
already like commented on my video and was like, I bought Vegeta right away.
Time to whip out the credit card.
It's
No,
it's
I'm kinda-
worth it for the Saiyan pod charger.
Okay, maybe. No.
Exactly. Like,
But
am I
he-
gonna be using them? Probably not, but they're great for a display, and like collection purposes. I don't want to ruin them. They look so cute.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I
looking
always
at
end
the
up
comments.
losing one. I'm like, like I dropped one the other day at work. I'm like, no, I haven't even had them for a week. And then I'm walking, and all of a sudden I find it on the ground. I'm like, thank God.
Someone's like, if they make Piccolo earbuds, I'd definitely buy them.
Oh yeah, same here.
Ooh, what if they made a Piccolo one, but the case is his house?
Oh,
Or like they made a Majin Buu one, and then it's like little egg that he was in.
oh,
Majin Buu
that's
powder.
cool though. That would be really cool.
That would be pretty cool.
I could see them doing
Maybe
that.
maybe some like Potara themed ones too. That would be pretty sick too.
Oh yeah,
That would
that's
be
not
sick.
a bad idea.
I'm like, I was super happy that they reached out too.
What
Send
what
this to
is
me.
some of your favorite things in your collection?
I really like the random obscure stuff. Like that's some of my favorite stuff to show off
Yeah.
to people because they're like, "What? They
Like the
made
ca-
this?"
Like this Kansas soda is so random. It's like,
Yeah,
what?
right.
But
And
it's
like,
cool.
I have a brand new pack of Dragon Ball Super toilet paper. I'd love to say that because people are like, "The
Toilet paper.
yeah."
Is it
for
like
real.
the single one or is it like a 4-pack?
No, it's like a 4-pack. I think like a
Oh,
four.
man.
I don't know,
Well-
4-pack, 6-pack. No, I think it's like a 6-pack or something. But
That's pretty cool.
yeah,
That's what
and
it is.
on
That is like, what the hell? Who would think of
the
that?
sheets, it actually has like the characters on the sheets. So like
Does it?
I would feel
can
so.
wipe
I
your
would feel
playing
so
card.
weird.
with Goku's face.
I would feel
Look,
so
he-
freaking weird bringing a a thing with Goku's face on it towards there.
I'm sorry,
No.
Goku. I must.
But yeah, they have that. I mean, it's
Oh,
Japan,
God.
so
I think
of
Geek would
course.
want one
Yeah.
though. That's he definitely.
They do have a lot of bidets over there, though.
Yeah, they do. Actually, I can attest to that they do. What else do I have that I really like? I really like the figures that I was able to keep from childhood because they mean a lot to me.
Yep,
That are
yep.
still in okay condition. Like
Yeah. These ones I didn't play like bang around too much.
yeah, like I still have my favorites like pan figure that I had since I was a little kid. Still have it. And it's
Wow.
still in pretty decent shape, but I also did repaint it later
Yeah.
in life because it did have some scuffs on it. But I
You're like,
kept
"Let me
it.
fix it."
Yeah, I kept it because it had a lot of sentimental value to me. And then when I met
Yeah,
at
yeah,
least for the first time, the voice of Pan.
Yep.
I got her to sign it because
Wonderful lady.
it just she's the best.
Yeah,
I love
right?
her. I love her. She's
Mhm.
awesome. And like so yeah, it was just like a full circle moment there. And I'm like, you
Yeah.
have to sign my childhood Pan because you're the voice I grew up with.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
that
That's
means I
probably
love
one of
that
your
one.
most treasured items in your collection. I could like see like how excited you were talking about it and how you got her autograph on it too. So I could tell it's probably might be your favorite item in your collection. That is really cool because it has that sentimental value, and then it has the voice actress's autograph on it too, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
exactly. And like I
Yeah,
got her to
you have
sign it.
some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, some things that like, only certain people can get, like some exclusive things that like trying
Yeah,
to think if I
yeah.
have anything one of a kind, but I don't think so unless it's like something I made. Trying to think what else I really like. I like I have a Dragon Ball Z like officially licensed rug, like carpet, like area rug.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
that it's cool as hell because it's from the 90s and it's still in good shape. And I
Yeah.
feel like not many people have that because it's literally you can only get in
Yeah.
Japan.
Mhm.
So things
Yeah, I
like
never heard
that
of anyone like saying they have a Dragon Ball Z rug, so
and
you
officially
probably do have like a one of
licensed
a kind item. Yeah, yeah.
too.
That too, yeah.
A garbage can, Dragon Ball garbage can, like from the 90s too. Just random stuff like that. I don't know. I love that stuff. It's just
Yeah.
cool. I'm like, wow, they made this. Of course they would make shit like this. So I just buy it. I'm like I said, like those punching bags, those bop bags from like the 2000s. Have those too, new in
Yep.
the box. Um, but I don't know. Something about those things I just think they're funny and cool. Like not that many people
Yeah.
collect that kind of Dragon Ball stuff.
Yeah. Well, you just you love Dragon Ball so much you'll grab like anything that interests you, you know. If you find something interesting, you're going to buy it and add it to your collection, which is I think a big reason why a lot of people love your collection because you have such different things in your collection that a lot of people don't have, and it's just cool seeing that stuff. So
Yeah, yeah. And like not even
yeah.
just like official stuff, I love my bootlegs. So I
Mhm.
buy a lot of
Yeah,
that
yeah.
crazy looking ugly bootlegs because they're funny. I'm
Yeah.
like these are just crazy. Like who makes these and who they actually were like, oh, this looks like Goku. Let me, sell it. Like
Mhm.
and then
Yep.
doesn't look anything like the character. Like
I
that
did buy like
huge go ahead.
go ahead.
No, I was
No,
gonna
I
say
was
like
just
that
saying.
huge Goku doll, like that kid Goku, like
Yep.
creepy looking doll. Like and I like to show off because it's so crazy looking.
Yeah.
The one
You're
that I
like, look
got
at this
Stephanie
Goku. Oh my
Nadolny.
god.
I got her to pose with it, like Stephanie Nadolny to pose with it, and she's like, "This thing
Yeah,
is
yeah.
hilarious. I love this thing." So yeah, I like that. I like all that
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
Yeah, I bought like bootlegs of the SH figure arts just to see how bad they were, and they they were so bad. They were just breaking on me as I articulated them. I'm like, what the hell?
And those I've never gotten because they just you know what? I've never been a
Yeah,
huge fan of the bootlegs that intentionally try to knock off something official, like that
yeah, yeah.
are
I
really
got it to
trying
make
to
like
fool
fun of them.
people. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's different if you want to
yeah,
just do that. But like,
yeah,
I usually collect the ones that are like have its own sculpt or like its own thing. It's
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah.
copied off anything.
Mhm.
Yep.
Unless they look that hilarious that I just need to get it. Like, I like the Subaru collection knockoffs. Like, they're funny because they're just some of them are
Oh man, I
crazy.
didn't even know they made knockoffs of those.
Oh, I think Cerebral Collection is one of the most knocked off.
Yeah, of the older figures.
Yeah, it probably
Yeah.
is like the most bootlegged Dragon Ball figure series, in my opinion.
There's this one bootleg Gohan that look. Oh, you can't see it very well. Let me try to show it. Let me try to show it to
Oh
you.
god,
Like, look at
it
this face.
kind of looked
Now
bad.
that's
Just the way the
Oh my
torso.
god, that's
Oh,
horrible! Oh my
what the
god,
hell was that?
that's bad. Oh my
Oh my
god.
god!
Oh my god,
What
that's
the
hilarious.
hell? I'm gonna have to buy
Wow,
it.
that one's pretty
That
funny
is
actually.
that face
Okay,
is
it's a
so
face.
bad.
What
I
the
was gonna
heck?
say that's a face only a mother like Chi-Chi can love.
Okay. Like, guys, let us know in the comment section down below if you want us to bring Goshin back or anything like that. and yeah, and
I think we'll have a lot of yeses.
yeah, I would think so. Maybe we'll actually have like a special topic that you yourself would know just from like the knowledge of certain figure companies and such.
Also, Goshin, I know there's like a special event going on. I think you teased this on your Instagram with Stephanie, the voice actor of Goku. Would you like to explain that a little bit for our audience?
Yeah, so she'll actually be in town because I'm from South Florida, so she's coming into town, and we are doing a few events together because we're like she's in a pod, we're like this. So whenever she's in town, I try to do an event with her, and like they just know us together at this point.
Yeah.
So on Saturday, I'm doing like a meet and greet signing, and I'm also gonna have some of my collectibles there, some of my doubles for other people to buy and have it in their collection. And that's gonna be at Miramar Comic Con, and yeah, that's Saturday in South
This
Florida.
Saturday?
Yeah, this Saturday. So that's gonna be fun. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
And that
So
like
it's
more
the
information.
15th.
Yes, the 15th. More information on that on my page, on my Instagram, of course. There's like more details on there, but I'm excited to do that with Stephanie. We're going to be having tables, I believe, next to each other. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then Sunday, I have another meet and greet signing event with Stephanie as well at in Miami on Sunday. So that's going to be fun. And that's going to be at New Era Comics collectible shop.
That is
A lot of exciting
Man,
things.
that is exciting.
I wish I lived in Florida because I would go. It sounds like it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Exactly. Like I said,
Nah.
probably 5 times already that it's gonna be fun.
All right. Before we close out the podcast, I'm gonna read one comment from like from the previous episode. This comment is from Eggplant Big Boy, amazing name. We've criticized. Okay,
What?
this is on the podcast talking about the event exclusives. We've criticized them for releasing too many Gokus in place of others, so now his ghost haunts us also. Still cool. Still looks cool though. I get it.
The exclusive Goku, yeah. The Ghost Goku.
That is. I thought that was like perfect, especially what we talked about. All right. Any last things before we wrap things up?
I just want to say thank you for being on this podcast. This has been a one hell of a time. It was great meeting you.
Yeah.
Great talking about Dragon Ball figs. It's
Thank
like one
you.
of my dreams come true talking to you. I know that's a sad dream.
Big fan.
But,
I appreciate the love.
but yeah, again, I'm just so glad you came on here and talked to us. Very thankful. And again, guys, be sure to check out her content on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. Links will be in the description down below.
Absolutely.
Yes.
With that being said,
thanks for coming on. It was also great to meet you too. It was the first time I met you too.
Yeah, actually, and I've seen your stuff like throughout the years on YouTube, so it's cool to meet you.
That's awesome. Didn't even know you watched any of my stuff.
Like I've seen some of your like videos pop up here and there too. We're all in the figure community, so
yeah.
But yeah, well, thanks for having me. Of course, like.
Yeah, well, we'll definitely have you on again. This was a fun episode.
Yeah, pleasure to have you, Goshin. Really.
Oh,
great.
thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys. With that being said, we'll bring this podcast episode to a close. Thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you guys in the comment section down below. Until then.
See you later. Thanks for listening to our podcast episode. If you're on YouTube and watch the video, then thank you for watching as well. We are your hosts,
Star Blast Studios alongside
Champ Animation.
and me, Daredevil 19.
And if you enjoyed our episode on Spotify, be sure to give us a follow and rating.
You can also leave us a comment under the Q&A, and we do thank you if you do. And if you did watch this on YouTube, be sure to give us a like if you liked it, and a subscribe-a-roo if you enjoyed it. And we will catch you on the next episode of the Plastic Power Podcast.